across Europe, there are many ways of determining if somebody was a witch. Often it was as little as eyewitness testimony, where neighbors jealous of the person next to them would make up some story like, "I saw you dancing naked in the moonlight," or "You're growing strange herbs." But in some cases, there were physical ways to determine if somebody was likely to be a witch. And one of the ways to determine that was called pricking the witch. This was most prevalent in England and Scotland. What it involved was the use of sharp awls or needles. And they would take one of these, they would strip the witch in the prison, the judge's chambers, or even the torture chamber, and look for a part on the body like a mole. Like a callus was the best part to get, because the way this worked, the witch finder would take the point of this very sharp tool and push it into the mole. Now, if you felt pain, you were not a witch. If you felt no pain where they were pushing in the witch breaking tool, no pain meant you were in league with the devil, and now you're really in trouble, because now you're a witch and they can get to the good stuff, the torture to make you confess. But these things were a scam. These two are actually out of the collection. They're authentic, rare witch-breaking tools from Europe. This first one here is made of iron, and here, riveted to the handle, would have been the remnants of wood. On this side and this side, for the witch finder to grip for purchase when he's jabbing at the person's body. This jabbing could go on for a long, long time until they found a spot on the body that was insensitive to pain. There really aren't those spots, unless, like I said, they found a callus. And they lightly push it into the callus, no blood, or the suspected witch doesn't go, "Ouch, that hurts," and then you're in trouble. Now you're highly suspected to be a witch, and torture will be used to get a confession. In this photograph, we see a woman being stripped inside a torture chamber in the 1600s. This is a copper plate illustration, but it gives you a good idea of what was going on preparatory to actually getting the torture started for the confession. Here, the woman's clothes are being removed. Once those clothes are removed, the witch prickers would come out, and the person would suffer a very long and painful ordeal of being jabbed with these things. Here we see another one of these from the collection. This one is bronze, and it has a tip on it that enables you to hold it like this if you need be. Hold the skin and then gently or forcefully start to push it into the person. So they made them out of all materials. The best material to make these out of, legend had it, was silver, because silver was impervious to charms and hexes the witch may give off towards the witch finder. Incredibly, incredibly rare pieces. If you study the witch hunts at all, you'll often see pictures of witch prickers in books. This picture here shows 3 witch pricking devices. This picture has been reprinted in all manner of witch hunting books and books about torture during this period. But it's a lie. The picture we're seeing is actually of theatrical knives that were used during plays back in the day. Shakespearean plays, when somebody would be stabbed and the blade would have to retract into the handle of the knife. And in all the books about these witch prickers, they used this erroneous information to state that the witch hunter had trick witch prickers made, where the blade or the needle would go back into the handle when he pressed it into the body of a victim. This would ensure a conviction because the person would feel no pain. Probably not. They probably used the real thing, like these, but just aimed for parts of the body where the skin was thicker or it wasn't as sensitive. A callus. Can you imagine being jabbed for hours on end with tools like these? And can you imagine knowing that one time they pretend to push it in and they don't, and they go, "She felt no pain." You hear those words and you know they have sealed your fate. Be ye or not, ye are now witch, and ye will burn. Until next time, Relics from the Dark Side. I'm Steve Santini. Happy Halloween.